Hello, very good morning and welcome to Athavan newspaper highlights. Today, Thursday, 3rd of November 2016. This is Edward with the highlights of today's English newspapers. As usual, we have three newspapers for the highlights: Daily Mirror, Daily News and Salon Today. Firstly, let's have a look on the Daily Mirror. The main headline says, Prime Minister says Monetary Board will probe Greek bond as well. I will not hesitate to go to Bribery Commission and give a statement if they summon me. Asserting that the COPE report was a victory for the Yahapalaniya government, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said yesterday he would call for a meeting of the Monetary Board of the Central Bank next week and take steps for probing the Greek bonds. Another highlight says, Mahinda Rajapaksa says, I will not respond to sick individuals. Responding to a statement made by former President Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunga, claiming that former President Mahinda Rajapaksa was paid by J.R. Jayawardena to divide the SLFP. Mr. Rajapaksa said that he would not respond to statements by individuals who were sick. Minister Rajida Senaratne says, ABA Group, a creation of Gota. You can testify the action taken by former Defence Secretary and military officers to form this underworld group because the LTTE was also an illegal terror group. Cabinet spokesman, Health Minister Dr. Rajida Senaratne yesterday said the underworld gang AWA, active in the north, was a creation of former Defence Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa and certain top military officers. Gota rejects. Former Defence Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa yesterday vehemently denied the allegations made by Cabinet spokesman Minister Rajida Senaratne that the AWA gang was established under the approval of Mr. Rajapaksa during the previous government. Out of 325 complaints since inception, FCID refers 60 completed cases to AG. Out of over 325 complaints received by the much debated probing body, Police Financial Crimes Investigation Division, since its inception in early 2015, about 60 completed cases have already been referred to the Attorney General for legal action, sources said. From these cases referred to the Attorney General's department, about 11 cases had been indicted in high courts in Colombo and outstations, which are being heard at present. According to FCID sources, 7 politicians, including top guns of the previous regime, Basil Rajapaksa, Namal Rajapaksa, Yosita Rajapaksa, Johnston Fernando, as well as Mohammad Muzamil, Ananda Sarath Kumar Ratnayaka and Jayanta Samaravira, have been remanded in connection with various cases. Secondly, let's move to Daily News. The main headline says, Radha case, Tiran Alice, 2 others remanded, charged under Public Property Act. Former parliamentarian Tiran Alice and 2 other officials at the Reconstruction and Development Agency were yesterday ordered to be remanded till November 10 by Colombo High Court in connection with 200 million rupees fraud that had allegedly taken place at the Radha in 2006. CB bond issue probe proves government's commitment to rule of law. Immediate investigations conducted into the alleged central bank bond issue reiterated the Yahapalaniya government's commitment to ensure the rule of law is maintained in this country, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said. Don't politicize issues concerning development and business, Chinese ambassador. Reacting strongly to negative comments about China's involvement in Sri Lanka, Chinese ambassador to Colombo, Yi Xianyang, on Tuesday said the issues concerning development and business should not be politicized. Finally, let's move to Salon Today. Defense counsels tell court, AG practicing differential treatment. Political opponents are selectively suppressed. No grounds for this case. They cannot send him to jail, so they want to remand. Why does AG want to remand defendants who had already been bailed by magistrates' court? This is being done to serve somebody's interests. The counsels appearing for the accused in the Radha case yesterday charged that the Attorney General was acting in a manner so as to punish a select few persons chosen politically, unlike never before in the history of the country. GL heads new party. Former Minister Professor G.L. Pires has formed a new party named Sri Lanka Freedom Front, which was registered with the Elections Commission yesterday. Speaking to Salon Today, Pires said he was no more a member of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party. He is now the chairman of SLFF. It is a new party. which has been formed in response to an urgent public need and the widespread demand for its formation. We have now formed the party and attended to formalities with regards to registration. The Elections Commission has recognized the party, he said. Ranil says ready to face BC. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said yesterday that he is ready to appear before the Bribery Commission if requested regarding the Treasury bonds issue. He added that unlike some politicians, he will not deploy crowds to interrupt the Bribery Commission inquiries. I am surprised at those people who are clamoring after the release of the COPE report on Treasury bonds. Some of them face serious allegations of bribery and corruption. Some have spent time in remand custody for corruption and are out on bail. They are saying the bonds issue is the biggest crime in the world and say that allegations against them are political attacks. What else can these crooks say? He said, addressing a meeting at party headquarters, Srikota. With that, let's come to an end of today's paper highlights. We will come with more news tomorrow morning. Thanks for listening to Athavan Newspaper Highlights.